Pictures right now from inside the strip of land known as Gaza. You can see that plume of smoke now dissipating in the distance. Our cameras are zooming into an area where another warplane passed overhead, dropping new bombs on the Palestinian territory that Hamas runs. Hamas, an organization known as a terrorist group by the Bush administration and by Israel, has been under attack now for 9 days as warplanes have gone overhead. We know that Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas and several Arab foreign ministers plan to head to New York soon for more about where this is going and what Israel and the international community's end game is here. For more now, we want to go live to NBC's Patty Culhane. She is at the White House, as you see. And Patty, what did President Bush have to say about Israel's role in this?
Good morning to you, Peter. President Bush says he believes Israel is doing what it has to do to protect its people. In his weekly radio address, for the first time addressing this issue, the president said that Hamas broke the ceasefire and Israel responded. Since this began, President Bush has put his full support behind Israel. While other world leaders have called for an immediate ceasefire, President Bush has not.
Another one-way ceasefire that leads to rocket attacks on Israel is not acceptable. And promises from Hamas will not suffice. There must be monitoring mechanisms in place to help ensure the smuggling of weapons to terrorist groups in Gaza comes to an end. I urge all parties to pressure Hamas to turn away from terror.
President Bush echoing the calls from Israeli officials that any ceasefire include international monitors to make sure Hamas makes up good on its commitments. Now, as the conflict continues now in its second week, there are no signs that a ceasefire is imminent or that President Bush is going to push the Israelis publicly to pursue one. Peter?
Patty, help us out for a second. Since this conflict began just over a week ago, there's obviously been a very significant worry about the civilian death toll there. The United Nations is now estimating that as many as, I think the figure was a quarter of the more than 400 Palestinians killed were civilians. What is the White House saying specifically about that?
You know, reporters have been pushing all week about what some are calling a very disproportionate response. We have 430 Palestinians killed to 4 Israelis. And so we've been asking the deputy spokesman about that. Is that a disproportionate response? And all week, the White House has chosen to focus on the Israelis that were killed, saying these are innocent Israelis just trying to live their lives. And they said that President Bush reached out to the Israelis Prime Minister Ehud Olmert over the weekend last week, and wanted to make sure that they were doing what they could to avoid civilian casualties. They said the president was comfortable in those assurances, saying that Israel is really just targeting Hamas. But it is important to point out that there have been quite a number of civilians killed, and it is a very compact area. This is an area about twice the size of Washington, D.C., and there's 1.5 million people. Right. Peter, if you do the math, that's about 11,000 people per square mile in the Gaza Strip.
Yeah, one of the most densely populated parts of the world. Patty, thank you very much. It's good to visit with you today. There was a new poll, by the way, that shows a majority of Israelis support the country's current air assault on Gaza. The Haaretz Dialogue poll shows 52% of those polled favor continuing this air campaign. 19% say the Israeli army should send in troops on the ground, and another 19% or so of Israelis say the government should negotiate an immediate ceasefire. For the latest developments on the crisis still unfolding in the Middle East, log on to our website. Of course, that's msnbc.com.